Hey guys, KT here, welcome back some more. Soul Calibur 6, where we are currently progressing on forward after, we've made the Hidden Village, friends with the neighboring town, and grew all 4 cities to their max limit. So now we're going to go ahead and progress with the Fires of Hell Nightmare. So I'm kind of curious. Oh, that is a really high level enemy. Kind of worried. Let's go ahead and get started. Suddenly, my ears rang like a blacksmith's anvil, and my body felt hotter than the molten iron as I was torn from my rest. A strange, chaotic space stretched around me. I had seen it before. I had come here during my battle with Aswell. Standing before me was a figure, wreathed in demonic fire. It gripped the cursed blade soul edge as it glared at me. The whirlwind of malice that came from the creature caused my hands to tremble around my weapon. My thoughts were in turmoil, but I understood one thing. Fighting was my only option. Okay, I was wondering when we were going to get another fight with Nightmare. Well, technically Soul Edge, but it's technically Nightmare. Alright, well, shit. This is pretty much the power-up version of Nightmare. This is not going to be fun for me. Alright, let's do it. Was not expecting it. Actually, I should have with the astral fissure, but still. Shouldn't be shocked. I mean, Siegfried had to do it. So why wouldn't I have to? Alright, let's do it. Let's get this over with.
Battle 1.
Oh, he's still as menacing as ever. Oh, he started up with so many. Oh no. There we go. Perfect in the first time. If I can beat him quickly, I won't have to worry. Okay, come on. Yes. Oh shit. Yeah, I should have expected. Oh shit. Look, I didn't mean it. Yeah, I kind of wish you didn't reverse me here. Come on, we got this. Fuck, fuck. Fuck, I forgot I was reversed. I was trying to do the shield. Fuck. That's why I hate being reversed, at least in this part.
This is how I go.
Okay, there we go. He missed. Oh, what the? He motherfucker just teleported. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Sorry, bud. I ain't gonna lose you and have to redo all of that. Alright, there's a win on my part. That could have been a lot worse. Alright. When I came to, I was lying next to a campfire. Was it only a nightmare? I was certain it could not be dismissed so casually. I felt like I was being watched. I could still somehow sense the malevolence radiating towards me from those dark flames. Fighting off the feverish chills that threatened to overwhelm me, I stared at the sputtering campfire and waited for dawn. Alright. Not a terrible mission.
Soul surges in your body.
I love how it straight up is me fighting Nightmare, though. Okay, let's go ahead. My next spot, I need to go right here. Will be the quickest to the next mission. Before I do that, I'm kind of curious. This popped up. No. Alright. Yeah, nothing crazy. Well, let's go ahead and do the next Echoes of Fate. Hopefully this isn't going to be a long one. And then we can progress with the story, as it pops up more side stuff for me to do. Alright, let's see what we got. While traveling the burning sands in search for the ancient city mentioned in the Legend of the Soul Edge, I sensed a familiar presence. I looked around, soon spotting a man carrying a scythe, standing on top of a rock. Zasalamel. I climbed the sheer rock face. When I reached the top, I surveyed the scene and saw the expansive remains of a city, half buried in the sand below. Zasalamel broke the silence. This place was once a prosperous and well-known center of the trade. Countless people gathered here, trading everything from spice to blades to information. Dozens of languages could be heard on every street. Zasalamel looked at the ruins, as though we could still see the city in the former glory. All but nature is, in the end, ethereal. Zasalamel had turned toward me, measuring me with his gaze, but for what, I did not know. You are another who had glimpsed the power of the two swords. As one who has walked this road before, I must test your worth. Zasalamel readied his scythe. Oh, okay, so he wanted to make sure if I was strong enough. Okay, cool. I guess the last test you gave to me wasn't good enough. I guess to maybe see if I would continue on forward. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, if they do a Soul Calibur 7, I would love to continue this story. At least in my character's point of view. Like, I think that'd be dope. But I don't know if there will be a Soul Calibur 7. Hard to tell. It really matters on if Bandai Namco wants to do it. So. Alright, let's do it.
One, fight.
Wait, does he? Oh, that fucker. He got tired of me beating his ass. He got health regen.
Okay.
There we go. Another win for me. Let's do it. One more.
Leave your hope in shreds. Fight.
Oh, God, I missed.
I've waited for this.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My man be really putting out the stops to stop me right now.
No. Watch this.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. Wasn't gonna put up with that. Alright, that's another one down. I'm making some good progress so far in the game. Can't complain. Your strength is greater than I imagined. But you chase victory like a glutton, his next meal. I was surprised to see that I was standing in the middle of a pattern, carved into the ground that had not been there before. Had I fallen into some sort of trap? It matters not. Those destined for death are those shackled by their fates. Zasalamel seemed to imply he wasn't constrained by such shackles. He unsettled me, and not for the first time. I decided it was time to be straight to the point, so I asked Zasalamel just who or what he was. Long ago, a society existed on the outskirts of civilization. They too were shackled, bound by the strict set of tenets they could not disobey. One day, a man of their number, blessed with genius and power, found himself consumed by ambition. It led him to his downfall, and at the brink of death and despair, he reached for the only hope he had left, the forbidden art of resurrection. To his great fortune, or his doom, he succeeded. He lived and died again and again, each time being reborn with a new face and a new form. Was Zasalamel speaking about himself? If so, that would mean he was hundreds, even thousands of years old. Over the course of his life, countless lives, the man experienced virtually everything the world had to offer. His joy for life, however, diminished, until all he longed for was the sweet release of final death. Fueled by the desire, he reached out and seized the cursed sword. He had hoped the sword would consume his soul in a way death had failed to, but when his life was taken, he was once again reborn. That was when the man realized the true power and nature of the sword, the ecstasy of strength it bestowed, and the irresistible lust it grants for destruction. Zasalamel looked once more over the ruined city, the dust billowing around it before turning and leaving it behind in silence. I love how we're getting some of his backstory while we're at it too. I mean, heck, I don't know if he got much like backstory other than he was pretty much an immortal being who just lives life like no other. I swear to God, those are like more side missions that just popped up, I swear. Okay, bounty for... Okay, cool. I was like, no fucking way. It just popped up 3 after this mission. I was like, man, they really want me to go more into this. Alright, let's head to Findor to continue the Black Demon mission. After Aswel's defeat, I managed to get mixed up in all sorts of wild adventures. A long time passed in what seemed to be a blink of an eye. But on all of my travels, there was one thing I could never get out of my mind. Gro. What had happened to him? Was he still alive? I realized it was time for me to embark on another journey. I thought back to what happened that day. Gro had fallen into the ravine with Aswel, but Aswel has survived, so it was possible that Gro had too. But even if he was still alive, it was likely that his manifestation had grown far worse. Gro knew exactly how far he could safely push the limits of the manifested power within him. However, when the time came, he purposely went beyond them. His words echo in my mind. I know that my mind will not survive. If I harness my complete power, the thought depressed me. If that was what had become of him, it was up to me to keep my promise. I spoke to robbers, bounty hunters, and others who had made their living in the shadows, all in the hopes of finding clues to Gro's whereabouts. Yeah, that'd be the Black Demon. You know, he's kind of like the Azure Knight fellow way back. I'd keep well away. Not worth the bounty money, if you ask me. Elusive, cruel, devilishly fast, and willier than a fox. None have survived long enough to even get a good look at him. We got an unspoken rule in the shadows. Some things you just don't do, no matter how much money is on the table. Not unless you got a death with anyway. Huh? Where is he? Hell if I know. If I did, I'd make a quick buck selling the info to some rich goody two-shoes who wants to play hero. Were you even listening to me? Hell, you could have did that with me. The Black Demon. This was the first lead with potential I had come across. Perhaps this would put me on the path to finding Gro. I thought about my next move. There was a limit to what I could accomplish alone. I needed help, and the only option I saw was the Able organization. I couldn't be sure the lead was solid. However, the Black Demon definitely sounded like an outsider. So I felt I could be onto something. Natalie and Deanne had told me if they had any information they would send a messenger. But what was the point of waiting? If my travels had taught me anything, it was that I need to take an initiative and get anything done. So I decided to contact Able through a secret channel they had provided for me, just in case. Alright, cool, more story! Okay, this is where we find out I have like 10 more side objectives. Yep, we got one right there, and there, and there! Oh my god, I was joking, game. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this one real quick. Might as well, it's right there. No point in avoiding it, right? During my travels, I stopped at a small roadside settlement. As I was enjoying a breakfast at the inn, the owner of the visiting travelers struck up a conversation. By the way, have you heard? They say their area is run by the Virchi, the legendary merchant of death. Of course, I've heard. Anyone who's old enough knows that Virchi of the home of Berg. Long ago, he used his wealth to control the entire area. So it is true then. The traveler sitting next to me leaned forward. Is it also true that Virchi left all of his treasure buried deep beneath some nearby island? I hear it's protected by a creepy guardian that no one's ever defeated. You believe everything you hear. The Berg family lost their fortune during the war. Whatever was left was sold to the rival merchants for a fraction of its worth. The only people who believe there's some hidden vault of treasure left are gullible outsiders. Just as he finished speaking, the owner was called away by another patron. Man, he's got no sense of adventure. Ain't that right, brother? Perhaps looking for a vindication after the cold reception he's received from the owner, the traveler turned to me. Hey, what do you think about the treasure? Yeah, let's just say, lots of adventure. I think it exists. I knew you'd agree. Looks like you've got a taste for these kinds of stories too. The traveler stared at me, as if making some sort of calculation. You look like you're pretty capable. Alright, that settles it then. I'll cover your tab. Here, take this too. Consider it the first half of your payment. Right then. Let's go. The traveler paid his tab, then slid me some money before promptly leaving the inn. I didn't know what he was about, but I wasn't about to take his money and leave. I headed out to the inn and followed the man. Alright. Well, I guess we're finally going to get a Voldo port. I was curious when he was going to pop up. And I already see where we're going next. Nice. So I'm kind of curious. So we got a Voldo mission right there. I love how he has a mark. They could have easily have made a question mark there. We got conflict and confusion. Okay. That's either the one that we were just talking about with Dion. And then we have this side story here. Wait. Either this is going to be about Geralt, or it's a whole new story over here. I don't fucking know. This game's always 50-50 with me. This map's a pain in my butt, too, so... Alright, well, guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to end it here. If you guys enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Really helps out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!